Come take a look at the new Chaos Master of Crusade that looks a lot like Abaddon.
Spiky bits.
What's up, Hobby Maniacs? Rob Baer with you again today, checking out the new Grimskull Miniatures Master of Crusade, available over at Wargame Exclusive. This is their new resin mini for the summer, of course. Looks a lot like Abaddon, huh? I guess that's the word on the street there. This bad boy is 29 euros. So it kind of depends on which way the wind is blowing on exactly how many American dollars that one is, but generally a little bit more, but not by too much. Here you can see it comes in, well, it's fantastically sculpted right off the bat. You can tell the detail is exquisite on this thing. You've got the main body here in a nice resin base, lots of arm options here that come in a little baggie here. Oh, there's the ammo belt for the Talon, I'm sure. So there is all of the parts. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we got a trophy rack, his leg, his Talon. We got another trophy rack. Top knot, of course, can't be a baddie in the 41st millennium without a top knot. The other claw to the Talon. Some sort of, I don't know where this goes exactly. Looks like a shoulder pad. Ammo belt feed, sword. Another piece to the rack right there, and I guess that's it. I mean, that's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. That's a lot of parts right there. That's pretty crazy. Crazy well detailed. 29 euros. Let's take a closer look at this. So the base looks to be a 40 mil. It's got some piping on it, some thrashed out metal. It looks like with some sort of venting. This actually reminds me of Typhus's base from Forge World a little bit. The pre-heresy one, and a little foot pad right there for Abaddon, or for, excuse me, the Master Crusade to be stepping on. Something like this it looks like. And speaking of the model itself, exquisitely detailed here, dozens of chains, skulls. I mean, you could literally paint on this for days. It's got so much detail in here. Tabard. Crazy looking head right there that wires into the back of the armor. Even the sockets for the arms look to be chaos symbols right there on the back. All sorts of crazy vertebrae and vents, and up here looks to be where the trophy racks go. Yep, the trophy racks go up there. Something like that. Very cool stuff, right? So there's the trophy rack 1, trophy rack 2. Looks like we got to clip it down off the sprue. But again, way better looking than what we've seen out there for plastic Terminators. I'm sure at some point Abaddon will get a new miniature, but until that happens, this guy definitely looks pretty fresh. Now here's some shoulder pads, so let's see how this goes together. So we've got the Talon, which is in the right hand, I believe. So there's that. Oh, okay, and then the shoulder pad slot in. There's a little slot in groove kind of thing right there. Yeah, that looks to be it. So I mean, the shoulder pads fantastically detailed. Let's see how close we can get. We got this dope new lighting, which nope, too far. There we go. So, well, they are small bits, so you can only get so far down in there, but you can definitely tell. I mean, I'm looking at it through the viewfinder, and that is looking pretty fresh. Super crisp and clean. Here's his leg. Again, lots more bone detail. All sorts of crazy stuff back there. This guy's gonna look together, and he's not like super beefy. He's not like ridiculous or anything. Like, I'm really digging it. Of course, you gotta unlock your inner captain. What self-respecting warlord in the 41st millennium isn't rocking the captain pose? And then let's see, where does the ammo belt go? I guess it goes right there on the right. Where's the ejection port? No, that's his thumb. So yeah, I guess it goes right there. That doesn't seem to make much sense. I'll have to look at the miniature, but I mean, you can see right here, the Talon is definitely very well detailed with all the little studs and everything up in there. And you can see the gates that fed the claws right there. So everything got a really good fill. The sword itself, the demon sword looking thing right here. Again, some awesomely crisp detail with crazy warp fire going all over it. Very cool miniature that terminates in a head or a skull down there at the heft of the handle, little Eye of Thundera, kind of Eye of Terror action right there. Give me sight beyond Primary Space Marine sight. And of course, like I said, you gotta have a top knot dog. Oh look, there's a little spot right there for it. None of that crazy gluing down. Should socket right in pretty well. That's a great design. Of course, I don't want to break it. Yeah, it's gonna need a little trimming on the flash, but I imagine it goes something like this. That looks to be about right. Very cool. This is an incredibly detailed miniature, more so than anything I feel like we have seen from these guys in the past. I mean, the Cypheretta model was pretty good. The Fallen Cypher, the female Cypher, was very fresh, but man, this thing right here is pretty ridiculous. Now, I'll admit, I have a converted Abaddon made from a old existing pewter parts. Like you've got the Talon of Horus right here, Demon Sword Drakian, the trophy racks, and the head. The rest of this is straight Chaos Lord out of the plastic Terminator Chaos Lord box, which I think is about $25 to give you an idea of pricing. So let's see how this Abaddon compares to the current plastic Terminators from Games Workshop. So it looks to be about the same height. The sword itself is definitely bigger than the Demon Sword Drakian on the Games Workshop model. And I feel like most of this is just going to be bigger in general. So it looks like the Talon is right about the same size. So it's definitely scaled to a 40mm miniature. Again, this is a conversion. This is not an actual Abaddon miniature. This is a conversion using the existing pewter parts and the plastic body from the Terminator Lord. So if something was about to be something very similar scale, it looks like this is a great figure for it right here. Now, I'm not saying that Abaddon won't come back and maybe finally become ascended, harness the power of all four of the gods or something like that. It's really hard to say at this point where they want to go in the storyline and everything. But I feel like if you're looking to not do this, because this is a $25 plastic miniature plus all the bits from whatever the pewter Abaddon costs nowadays, I couldn't even tell you. I think it used to be $15 back in the day, but again, you know, I'm sure nowadays, and you can't even get it metal anymore. It's going to be fine cast, so it's going to be all curvy and bendy and stuff. Not material I personally like to work with. Some folks can, but I mean, it's just difficult to work with. Always use some Vallejo plastic putty to kind of help you there. So you kind of gotta rate it. Do you want to make a dope conversion like this? Do you want to buy the forge rolled version of Horus and convert them over? I think that runs $75 to $80. Or you can pick up the Master of Crusade right here and even switch out and use some different bits and things if you wanted to. Like you could easily put the plastic Terminator pads and things on him, or trophy racks if you wanted to try to keep that plastic OG Chaos Terminator stock. Because remember, those kits came out in 2005. It has been so long that those kits have come out. It's pretty crazy. So obviously he's going to be doing something like that. So you could kind of combo it, you know, do a couple different things. If you happen to have some pads laying around in your bits box or something, you just never know. But I feel like for 29 euros plus shipping, you can always pick up more stuff while you're there at wargameexclusive.com. Picking up, you know, some of these miniatures. They ship out of, Eastern Europe, but shipping is pretty quick. It takes about a week or so, give or take, even come in snail mail. So pretty good attention and delivery times right there from them for every thing I've gotten from them, at least here in the near term. So that's it for this one. I feel like so many options out there. This is a very cool custom alternate miniature for, of course, Abaddon the Spoiler. This is the Master of Crusade for Chaos. Remember, you can always say Chaos, but you might not be able to say Heretic Astartes, I suppose. And that's, well, all sorts of legality issues right there. But definitely can say Chaos. Chaos goes back way back in the day. So great alternate sculpt of what could be Abaddon, but it is the Master of Crusade, the Chaos Master of Crusade, with all sorts of awesome looking bits that seem to socket well and gives it a very very good representation of what you could make from existing plastic and pewter / fine cast miniatures that are available on the market today. Oh, let's check the top knot. Top knot check. Well, I would have to say that this top knot is actually a little bit more dynamic than the resin one, but that's okay. I definitely think the 80s style of ginormous rock and roll hairband top knots has probably gone the way of the dodo these days. So I'll take this. This slim down, respectable one skull top knot for any Abaddon conversion we do here. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed our unboxing and first look review of the new Chaos Master Crusade, produced by Grimskull, available over on WarGameExclusive.com.